But today, Andrew had a quick little emergency this morning. So we have actually Paul DeMambro. He is our training director on for our loan division. So any new incoming LOs, he has a full training program for them. So really glad that he came over here and is setting up, that whole division for us, and it's been going really well. So if you've thought about getting your loan license, we've got a great training program over here. Just give us a call and we can tell you how to get started. But Paul is going to do our mortgage update today, as Andrew is absent. How's it going, Paul?
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Well, good morning, everybody. Yeah, so now it's a great time for those of you who think that things are slowing down. Now it is a good time to get your mortgage license. If you're really interested, just give me a call, or you can contact Travis as well. So I was asked to jump in here, give a quick mortgage update. So I did. I am. Yes, interest rate. They're not 2.5 anymore. They're like pretty much in the 6% range, depending on the mortgage product. Are we talking 0 points? Are we talking FHA? FHA, you can probably go under 6% or what have you. So they're definitely up there. And non-QM, it's definitely a lot higher. It's pretty close to 7 or 8%, depending on your borrower, scenario. The one thing that I can think of is when you're talking to your sellers about what listing price do you want to set it at, I think you should consider the seller to potentially build in somehow the seller credit. You can definitely build, let's say, just a number I'm going to throw out of the hat. Yeah, but you're seeing comps. Oh yeah, the house is worth $800,000 or what have you, and the seller is like, yeah, I just want to sell it and get rid of it. Let's just do 780. Maybe kind of go back to him to, hey, not so fast. It's Justin, to suggest to him, well, why don't we build in the closing cost credit in there to make it more attractive? So think about that. Part of the seller credit you could do is what's called a I just went point blank.
For the 2-1 buy down?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much.
That's a great marketing piece, and that's really moving some houses too.
Yes, it is. And not everybody's familiar with that. So when you talk about that, people are, oh, what is that? Tell me more about that. Oh, so that lowers the interest rate temporarily. Maybe the first, depending which buy down you're going to go with, maybe the first year, the second year, it will lower it temporarily. And then keep in mind, the 2-1 buy down, it's not an adjustable. It doesn't specifically have to be for an adjustable mortgage. You could say, for example, if the rates are 6% today, 30-year fixed. Well, the 2-1 buy down, depending on the program, will bring the rate down, right? And then when it gets to the after the second year, it would just go to the interest rate, whatever that it was locked at the time of the lock when your borrower is getting that mortgage. If you want to know more about it, feel free to contact any of the MLOs here in the training, or tried and true home loans, and I would be more than glad to tell you more about it.
Yep. So I actually put that in my last listing, and this is a conversation I'm having with my sellers is, the market conditions and being more open to, advertising products like this, kind of depending on what the listing is going to be, obviously. But, I put it straight in the listing, and I had people inquiring on, what is this 2-1 buy down and how does this benefit me? How does this lower my payment? Things like that. So it was a good conversation starter. The offer that we got in on the property is using the 2-1 buy down product. Not through us. They already actually had it in place with someone else, but they knew about it. And it was pitched to them from a competing lender as well. So there's other lenders out there also talking about it. But if, you have, I think it's smart to talk to your sellers about this kind of stuff and what the market conditions are, and being open to providing seller credit and advertising this just to set them apart from the other listings that are going to be in the neighborhood. So I think that's key right now. If you're seeing, you know, kind of an influx of listings, competing listings, you know, how are you going to separate it from the others? So, well, good news, Paul. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it looks like, I think I did price out an FHA. Looks like that's about a 5.625 right now today. So it is a little less. It's a good time for first-time buyers right now. People use an FHA product. Cool. Well, I am going to roll into presentation today. Feel free to jump in the chat if you guys have questions on anything. And we'll go ahead and get started. So, so we've been talking a lot about mindset and, you know, what you can do to keep generating business through this little pinch we're in the market right now. I know sales seemed to slow down a little bit over the summer, and they seem to be kind of ticking back up just a tad, or at least over the past few weeks. So, you know, I think it's best for everybody to avoid a lot of the Facebook groups and things like that, because there could be some misinformation in there. You know, that's someone talking about their local market. You know, well, they're like, oh, it's dead here, or other people are like, oh no, it's still really, you know, I'm still really busy and doing things. You know, the markets can differ, and they could be in a different state even when they're talking about, you know, in those groups. So I'm going to show you some data, and also, you know, who is buying right now? Who are the people in the market right now? You know, this is important to know, you know, who's buying right now, who's selling right now in today's market, so that when you are looking to get your marketing pieces in place, you know how to target them properly. So, because you might be targeting a demographic of buyer or seller that really isn't doing much right now. Maybe they're holding off, or whatever it is. So, you know, this will be data for helping you if you're generating lists, doing circle prospecting, all that kind of stuff. So I've been saying this forever. You got to listen to what the market is saying, you know, and follow what is happening in the market. That is how you're going to maximize your marketing dollars and have a better return on your investment of your marketing dollars. So obviously the market is always shifting. You know, this is what we experience in this business. So you want to always be on top of the data and following what's happening, what's trending, and make adjustments with your content and your media to resonate with the consumer as they're active in the market, so that you can maximize your dollars and not waste them. So let's look at who is buying and who is selling right now, so you can effectively reach them. So I pulled a bunch of data from NAR and from my local MLS to find out, you know, who is the most active right now for sellers and for buyers. So this is just a quick breakdown of, you know, the different generations. We're going to be focusing on the young boomers, the older boomers, Gen X, and then millennials, the older and younger. So these are the 5, or it could be the 3 generations, but they're kind of breaking them down between older and younger, of who's the most active in the market right now. So share of buyers and sellers by generation. So, you know, Gen X looks like they're the highest as far as sellers. So we have sellers in the light blue, we have buyers in the dark blue. So 25% of the home sales are coming from Gen X. But when you combine younger boomers and older boomers, they're actually accounting for the majority of the home sellers out there right now. So these are the people you really want to be targeting with your marketing pieces. So if you are gearing for listings, I want more listings, how do I do it? The boomer generation are the ones that are selling right now. So they make up combined 43% of the home sellers out there. So this is based on NAR data. So what they're doing is they're trading a home. Boomers trade for a home that is has a difference of less than 100 square feet. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense when you think about it. You're like, okay, they probably have this big home. Usually you're thinking, hey, they're going to downsize. But the reality is some of them are doing that, but what they're wanting to do is move closer to friends and family. So that's been their primary reason for selling a home. And they're kind of sidestepping. They're kind of buying one that's even more similar in size. And so this is due to retirement and because their home is too large. So some of them do want to downsize a bit, or they want something a little simpler. Maybe they want a smaller yard, something that's a little less maintenance. But why the primary reason they're selling is to move closer to their friends and family. So younger boomers have owned their home typically 14 years before selling. And the older boomers have owned typically about 16 years before selling. So you want to think about that when you're getting your title lists, or if you're getting any kind of list for circle prospecting. If you're only pulling lists of homeowners that have owned for maybe 7 to 10 years, you might not be going back far enough to reach this crowd that is actually thinking about selling. So how do you market to them? So your marketing images should mimic what a family home looks like in the community you're targeting, or the people that look like them, people that look like the younger and older boomers. So these are for your images if you're doing social media content. So you're going to want to do images of homes that are at least 12 years old, so more established communities, images of people around their age or around family portraying them as a grandparent, images of group activities that boomers frequent. So if you're just doing Facebook ads, you know, that's the kind of stuff that's going to resonate with them. You don't want pictures of condos and modern sleek things. That's not really what they're looking for. That doesn't resonate with them well. So the message and the content should resonate with their reason for selling. Well, they're downsizing, they want to be closer to friends, they want to be closer to family, and they desire a lower maintenance living. So these are the types of pain points you want to hit on with your marketing pieces. So this is going to resonate with these potential home sellers much better. So if you're doing the circle prospecting, again, you should be pulling contacts lists of homeowners who have lived in their homes 14 plus years to have the highest success rates for opening up a conversation. Another notable statistic is 82% of the recent sellers contacted only one agent before finding the right agent to sell their home. So you have a good shot at nailing a listing appointment the first time. It's just a matter of getting to that listing appointment. So this is what the data is saying right now. These are the people selling. Almost half of the homes being sold right now are the boomer generation, and they lived in the home 12 to 14 years. So that's your target market if you're going for listings. Now, if you're marketing for buyers, which it's shifted. It's good to be a buyer's agent again. The co-ops are good. Builders are paying again. It's a little easier to negotiate. So it's not so bad to be a buyer's agent again right now in today's market. So let's look at first-time home buyers. So 82% of the first-time buyers, they're 22 to 30. So if you're going to be targeting first-time home buyers, then you want to be targeting people in the 22 to 30 age range. Next up after that is going to be 31 to 40. So these right here, this is the market you want to be in to hit the first-time home buyers. And why would you want to hit first-time home buyers? Well, NAR data is showing us that they make up 34% of the sales right now. So, and this is up from last year, which was 31%. So there are more first-time home buyers entering the market right now. So this is a great marketing piece for you and a good demographic to be hitting if you're trying to maximize your dollars. So if you want to capture the attention of 34% of the consumers out there looking to make a home purchase, simply have media and content relevant to making a home purchase for the first time. So how are you going to market to them? Well, we know that 82% of them are 22 to 30, 48% of them are 31 to 40. I guess what you're going to want to do is decide on which group you're going to want to work with. Which ones do you mesh with best, maybe? It could be either one of those, could be both, maybe you're versatile. So household income of home buyers right now. So if we look at this 22 to 30 age range, you can see that the majority of them are actually making $100,000 to $125,000 a year, which sounds astonishing, but that's what the numbers are. So the next group up, 18% of them are making $105,000 or more, and that's the 31 to 40 group. So sorry, they're at 100 to 125. This is the median down here. So this helps you determine what size of home, what kind of mortgage they can probably obtain. So you want to incorporate this into your marketing pieces. You don't want to put, pictures and images and content of things that are too small or things that are going to be way out of their reach if you're trying to target this demographic here. So what should your images look like? They should mimic a home that first-time buyer may be able to qualify for based on the median income for the age group, and or images of young couples, older millennials and Gen X, with or without children. So if you're doing advertising pieces, this is the kind of stuff you want to have in there. And a stat I did not put in here, the average mortgage right now, they're putting down about 9%. So they're getting anywhere from, probably a 10% down conventional, maybe a 15% down to the FHA realm. So that was about the middle of what this demographic of buyer is putting down on the home. So it's moving away from the 20%, 30%, even cash is dwindling, and I'll show you that a little later. So so you want to find homes that match, the 80%, the $80,000 a year buyer, or the $105,000 a year buyer, depending on which one you're targeting. The most common homes that are selling right now are homes between 15 and 2,000 square feet, homes with 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and homes between 1979 and 1995. So these homes here, these are what this demographic of buyer is purchasing currently. So if you're putting images of these types of homes into your marketing pieces, this is going to resonate with them. Well, they're looking online already. They already know what they can afford, or they think they know what they can afford. They're seeing what's in that price point, and this is what's in the price point for them. So your message and content should resonate with their desire to buy. So what is their desire to buy? Number one desire is to own a home, plain and simple. And this was from polling and everything else. The second reason is the desire for a larger home. Maybe they're renting right now, maybe they're living in an apartment. So they want something bigger. They're growing a family, they've already started a family. So that's the number 2 reason. Number 3, convenience to friends and family. So number 3 actually used to be proximity to job, but that has moved down the list, and convenience to family and friends has moved into the 3rd reason of why they want to make a purchase. And then the 4th reason is change in family situation. This is going to be marriage. This is going to be divorce. This is going to be kids, having more kids. So in your marketing pieces, in your content, things you're wanting to talk about is, you know, these are their reasons right here of why they're buying. So you want to incorporate this into your message, whether it's on social media or anything else. That's going to resonate with them. So what their home search process looks like. So 95% of the buyers use online tools in their search process. 41% of recent buyers said their first step in the home buying process was to look for properties for sale online. So they're already looking online, you know, they're on the major search portals and stuff, just perusing homes. Only 19% of them first contacted a real estate agent. So what does this kind of suggest? In my opinion, this suggests that directing them to lists of properties that resonate with them can open up communication faster than other marketing methods. Other marketing methods being, look at me, I'm an awesome realtor. So directing them to these types of homes that we just talked about up here, you know, this type of home, you know, get them on your IDX, direct them to those types of lists. They're going to keep coming back because they don't have to do searches. And then having other online tools readily accessible will keep them engaged coming back to you. Other online tools that you should, you know, consider having. Obviously, the IDX with the alerts. You know, some agents say the IDX is dead. You know, everybody's on these third-party portals. I disagree with that. We get a ton of people searching on our IDX on our company site all the time. It's just a matter of directing them over there, and then we have, you know, our site pushes new listings that match their criteria to them on a weekly basis. So they're proactively getting listings from us. And that's, you know, something I suggest, you know, having as part of your marketing plan. Mortgage calculator tools, you know, they like to use these. Information on first-time buyer mortgage information, comparisons, different types of loan products out there. Obviously, you don't want to quote rates and things like that, but that's something that's easily can be done, even with our team, you know, doing informative videos about different products that are out there that they would be using, first-time buyer products. You know, those are great marketing pieces. School rankings and walk score. So what your expectations should look like with working with this demographic of buyers. So 52% of the buyers said that having an agent to help them find the right home was what they wanted most. So this is a great thing, you know, to touch on. This is what they're wanting. They want us to help them find the right home. 80% of buyers recently purchased their home through a real estate agent. So a high percentage of them are still using real estate agents to find them homes. And this is resale homes. There was like another, down there, 7% purchased directly from the builder. So that's a pretty small percent going direct to the builder. 73% of buyers interviewed only one real estate agent during their home search. So just the same as on the listing side, they're only talking to basically one agent. So you have a great shot if you're getting in front of them first to be their agent. Buyers typically searched for 8 weeks. So, you know, the instant gratification that we may have had years past of, I have a buyer and they're putting in offers, you know, this weekend, you know, you want to maybe tamper that down a little bit, because now they're searching for about 8 weeks before they get into the home. And they typically look at about 8 different homes. That's the median. So you want to keep that in mind, that it's going to take a little time working with these buyers now. They're being a little more finicky about the type of home they're buying. They have more options to choose from. They're, you know, some of them could be a little nervous about what's going on in the market. But if they have one of those life events happening, they have to purchase. So they're going to do it, but they are looking for that perfect home now. What should your content and message include to attract first-time home buyers? Well, based on the data above, You want to touch on finding them the right home and having online tools to help them get started with their home buying journey, including home search feature such as the IDX with the alerts and things. So here's what I suggest. You can go into the MLS and search pretty much anything you want. It's just a matter of knowing what to look for. Now they have all the data and statistics in there that you can pull up. Sometimes I just go in and I just do a search as if I'm comping a home, basically, to see what's going on, see what's selling. Perform a home search of sold homes in the cities you want to dominate. So, pick Tri-City area around you that you want to become the go-to agent. Add in the financing field if it's not already an option in your MLS search field. Now, in my MLS, it's not. I have to go and physically add in financing as one of the fields that you can choose a selection from. And then you want to search out all the sold homes in the past 30, 60, 90 days with no other filters to start. Now, if you're going to be targeting something very specific, then I guess you can add in the other filters. But if you want to see who's buying, what it looks like, then I would not put in the filters. It's just sold homes for the 30 days, then the 60 days, then the 90 days. Then add in the financing type in the financing field to see what types of financing is becoming more or less prominent in the cities you're searching out. Because this is not straight across the board. Each city has a different demographic of buyers in it. So, and this is going to give you a snapshot of what the cities and consumer demographics you should be targeting for higher converting geared marketing plan. So I actually did one for my area. So this, probably isn't going to be real relevant for you if you're not in the San Diego County, but this is a sample of what you can do yourself. And so you can see what's kind of going on in your area. So I pulled up coastal and inland and south. So I'm in the north area of San Diego on the coastal side. So I pulled in basically all around San Diego, just different areas. And what it showed me for the 90, the 60, and the 30 days is sales are actually starting to pick up a little bit here in Carlsbad. Not by much. It was by 5 sales, but at least it's even or going up. Conventional financing has gone up considerably. So there's 46 more transactions happening in the past 30 days than in the past 60 days that were conventional financing. So there's less cash being used. So the cash purchases are actually down. So people are reverting back over to using conventional financing to get into homes in this city. FHA and VA are dead. If I was someone trying to market to a VA buyer here in Carlsbad, I'm just going to be throwing dollars out the window because they're not using that type of financing here. So this was really good data. Even though there's, we have Camp Pendleton right across the street, basically, they're not the ones buying in this community. So Escondido, so this is inland from me, about 25 minutes. Sales are actually down in Escondido. So the sales are declining there. Conventional financing is down. There's less people using conventional. Cash went up a bit. VA FHA is strong there. So we have 22 VA transactions of the 135 and FHA. So this looks like there's more first-time buyers moving into the Escondido area than there was previously. So La Mesa, so this is going to be south and inland from me. Kind of a smaller region, but their sales are up. So La Mesa is trending up right now. There's more people moving to La Mesa. Conventional financing is up. Cash is down considerably. There's only 9 cash transactions, and VA and FHA are up. So again, looks like first-time buyers are moving into the La Mesa area. And then the last one I did, Chula Vista, so this is far south. 182 sales, they're up 42%. So Chula Vista is trending right now. People are moving to Chula Vista. Those sales are up quite a bit, actually. They're using conventional financing, that's up. Lots of FHA and VA there. I mean, they're up slightly, but they were already using that pretty prominently in as their financing for purchasing. So you can see out of these 4 cities, you know, they're in different, they're all in the same county, but they're all in different regions. Lots of different things going on in each of the cities. So, you know, if I'm going to be targeting any of these cities, I need to know what's happening there. You know, if I want to start targeting Escondido, I got to know that it's kind of slowing down there. Maybe my marketing isn't going to catch on as much, or I'm not going to get as many contacts from my marketing because there's less people looking to move to Escondido right now. So I may want to pick a neighboring city to market instead. Quick takeaways. I kind of went through these as I was going, but you know, Carlsbad is seeing less cash purchases and a big increase in conventional financing. So gearing any towards a gearing any sort of marketing towards FHA or VA is basically worthless. Escondido starting to slow down. If I want to market there, I maybe want to try VA as that's trending up. La Mesa is trending up in sales, but less cash buyers. I would try first-time buyer geared marketing here. FHA, VA are trending up. And then Chula Vista, trending up in sales significantly. You know, that would be a good target market for me right now. If I was throwing out some advertising, I would probably want to hit Chula Vista because it looks like it's being looked at a lot right now as an option for home buyers. I would definitely add in first-time buyer geared marketing. It would probably net you some good results. So I encourage you, challenge you, whatever you want to call it, do something like this in your MLS and see what's actually going on. See what the numbers look like in your area, because that's going to help you with your marketing pieces. We had a couple in the chat here. Okay. It's going to remind you of what's going to help you with your marketing and your content, because you're going to be talking about what's trending right now, and it's just going to resonate a lot better with the audience that you're trying to hit. So know your demographics, know what's happening in your city. And Anna, he'd asked me to remind everybody about the Reimagine in October. That's going on in, I think that's OC. So we were going to get a group together to maybe all go there on one of the days. We had posted that in our Facebook group. Maybe we should pin that to the top so we can see who would, who's interested in going. I know Annie was going to go. I was going to go up there on one of the days. So they're going to have a lot of great speakers there, a lot of information. Obviously, there's a lot of new product and tech and stuff like that. It's going to be on display. But yeah, that's all I got for today. A little shorter than usual, but hopefully you got some good information. And give me a call if you need anything. Paul, thanks for coming on and stepping in for Andrew. And we'll see you guys later this week. Have a good day.